Okay. So we decided to build a new bed frame and get a new bed. Our bed was getting old. It's probably 8 or 10 years old, I think. So I decided to build something of like an industrial style. So wood and steel. Kind of. I'm inspired a lot by the company Vintage Industrial. I really like their work, so I was trying to use them as the inspiration for the project. So this is just an overall time lapse of what's going on. A lot of little brackets, not too much welding. Had to weld up some legs here. I used 6" by 6" tube steel to try to make it look like a thick look holding it up. Here I am building the frame itself. The frame itself, I made it out of 1" by 2" by 1/8" tube steel. I used angle iron brackets to screw it all together. Quarter 20 screws. There's the head frame board. That was 2" by 2" 1/8" tube steel. And then I decided to use Sapele wood for the first time, and I used that for the side skirts. There won't be any box spring on this because it's just going to be a purple mattress on top of the frame. So I used brass wood inserts into the wood to go through the frame to attach the thing. And I used cedar wood for the headboard. I liked how it smelled and liked how it looked. And as you can see, I don't have a dust collector in my shop, which I'm eventually going to get one next, as this makes a giant mess. So here I am trying to get it planed down, get the cedar. I had to make a jig to get it a straight edge so I could have a nice butt joint on the headboard pieces. So I had to put some angle iron brackets on there so I could screw them together and try to keep them as tight as possible. Then I had to make a bracket in the center to push them together so they were kind of flat because the wood was pretty bowed. So I got that all installed, got that working. I started working on the end piece of the bed, and that I had to make out of 3 pieces of Sapele, and I used some leftover paduk I had from a desk project a long time ago, and put those in the center so there's a little strip there, which you can see later on. So I had to drill some extra access holes to secure the headboard to the side pieces. And then put all that together, got that going. The next thing I had to work on was the drawer. My wife wanted a drawer on her side so she could store some blankets and towels and things. And so it ended up being a 5-foot wide, 3-foot deep drawer, and about 8 inches tall. And started getting that in there, centered it up, had to make a custom frame on either side. I put some 24 or 26" ball bearing slides so I could slide it in and out. So I got that mounted, started to get those in there, and I had to try to get it as level as I could and get it aligned and get it mounted. Got that in there. There's a lot of fidgeting with this thing to get this in there, but then I ended up cutting out the hole for it, got that fit, added some extra depth to it, and then I bought some extra paduk wood that you can see there, and I put that around the edge as strips to kind of accent it. Got that in, still working on that. There's the strips, getting those on, getting those glued up. Those are the slats to put the bed on. Starting to take it apart because I'm going to get it upstairs. So I made it so you could take the whole thing apart so that you can get it upstairs, because we have the stairs turn, they're not straight, and that made it a challenge to get the thing upstairs. And also that's why we got a foam bed, because we couldn't get a regular king size mattress upstairs. So here, finishing the drawer front. So doing some final sanding on it to get it even. Fitting it in place. Making sure it fits. Try to get it as tight as possible, but those drawer slides were kind of loose. If I did this again, I would either try a different slide or something that can't wobble side to side as much. So I'm taking it apart. I'm going to do some final sanding on the main wood pieces and apply the tung oil finish. And here's the final product in the room without the mattress on it. You can see the size there, the 6-inch feet, some pads on it. There's the drawer. And then made a little cubby for my wife's side because there wasn't enough room for a table, so she can put her iPad and her bottle of oil, and she can put her phone up there on the top ledge. There's the finished product. Hope you like it.